Hi, my name is Urban Eve, and this video is going to be very different from the other videos on my channel. This video is going to be about dolls. I used to be a very big into collecting dolls, taking pictures of dolls, engaging and networking with the doll hobby community about 3 or 4 years ago. It started with the Blythe doll, but I also have Barbie dolls, I have fashion royalty dolls, I have Monster High dolls, which are no longer made. It's kind of crazy for me to think about, but yeah. I have like a couple of Leica dolls, just dolls. I like dolls. I'm not as deep in the dolly collecting community as I used to be, but I still really love dolls, still really follow a lot of people in that community. And recently I discovered from someone I follow, I used to follow on Flickr and now follow on Instagram. I discovered this line from Mattel called the BMR 1959 Barbie. So this is a line of dolls that Mattel has recently released. Their style is inspired by streetwear, but the dolls themselves are very against the grain of what Barbie usually does or has done up until now. And I did a little bit of research and discovered that a large reason for that is because of the creator, Carlisle Nuera. He is a gentleman of Filipino descent, and he has been the lead designer for Barbie for about 9 years now. He graduated from the Otis School of Art and Design in 2010. I mean, he's completely new to me, and I feel like he's still really fresh. What caught my eye about them is how like authentically now they are in their style and what they're wearing. And I really was just like fascinated by them, and I had to buy one myself, which I will show and discuss later. Now, the designs of their faces and their bodies, which are fully articulated, something else that Mattel has been exploring more with the Made to Move Barbies and a few of the other ones. But the Made to Move Barbie, I have one of those because it's made to move and it's articulated everywhere. And so it kind of goes against this, the whole like smooth, idealized body. The priority becomes more about posability as opposed to, this ideal body. Of course, I'm not saying this is like revolutionary and like body types are finally becoming the thing, but with the Fashionistas line that Mattel put out, they have even started to approach different body types. So I have a couple of Fashionista Barbies as well, maybe 3 or 4. And I love them. I love how, again, very, how they really kind of capture just different body types, that they're beginning to even approach that is huge to me. Now, it's not to say that these clearly these dolls are performing gender, but they're not performing gender as like the main core of their identity. And that I saw that pretty quickly as I looked at this line, and I was very intrigued by it. So after looking at these dolls, I had to make a decision about which one I wanted to get because I haven't gotten dolls for a while, so I don't have a budget. They're not super expensive. They're like 30 bucks, like 22 or something. No, they're available at Target and Amazon. I don't remember where I got mine from, but it was about $22, $23. So, not expensive at all, but the quality of these dolls are very, very nice. Like, I could see them being collector's items, and the way that they're packaged is very special. The doll that I got is this gentleman right here. And just look at this design. It's just so stylistic and design-like. I almost wish that the doll would be exactly like this drawing. Like, this guy has attitude, he's proud, he's unapologetic, he's styling, like, amazing. I have a lot invested in representation of dolls of color for obvious reasons. When I was collecting Blythe dolls, I discovered that there were no black Blythe dolls. And Blythe is a doll that originally was created by Kenner, which got pulled off the shelves because it was so weird that, you know, there was no market for it, not amongst children who they were targeted at. So it was re-released by a Japan company. Oh gosh, how can I be blanking on this? Takara. It was re-released by Takara, and now only, you know, adults, you know, collect them. It's a very cult, you know, following type of doll that's only bought by collectors because it is exorbitantly, outrageously expensive to buy most Blythe dolls. There are Blythe factory dolls, cheaper versions, but even the cheaper versions are not the prices that you would pay for like a child's toy. The first black Blythe doll I saw was on Flickr, and I immediately messaged the person like, where did you get this doll? She's so beautiful. I didn't know they made black Blythe dolls. And they didn't. There is a whole way to customize the Blythe doll, to paint her, to create a doll of color, and that's what I did. I made like 4 or 5 of them myself, and it is an incredible experience to create something that doesn't exist in the market. So obviously these dolls go for a lot more money because they're customized, they are one of a kind. There's no factory that makes black Blythe dolls. So in any, you know, line of dolls, I always focus on dolls of color. In the BMR 1959 Barbie collection, there are 2 dolls of color. There's this gentleman, and then there is a woman, very dark skin, thick calves, and she's got like a ponytail, and she's got this amazing clear jacket. So she's clearly the one that I'm gonna get next. I'm gonna try not to go too crazy because, like I said, like I just don't collect dolls anymore, but I kind of I feel like I need to get another one because I feel like this is going to be a collector's item. Like these dolls to me are a turning point for Mattel as far as representation of the complexities of the way that people represent themselves, not just these kind of flat, like Barbie's an astronaut, Barbie's on a skateboard, Barbie is like the president of the United States. This line represents a cultural influence of streetwear and the people who usually represent, you know, people who embrace that streetwear style, you know, DJs, artists, bike messengers. So on the website it says BMR 1959 by Barbie, introducing a bold new fashion doll collection inspired by today's hottest streetwear trends. So that is the description of this line, and it is absolutely that. There is an Asian woman who is very much somebody who I have seen before, probably in Soho. She's definitely a multimedia designer who lives in a studio, who is like a DJ on the side, and you know, who knows what she does in the daytime. And then you have this guy with the man bun at the top, this amazing huge hoodie with the BMR logo all over it, shorts. He's got a fanny pack across his chest. I need him just for that fanny pack because he himself looks like somebody who would truly annoy me. Then you have the chick with the kind of like Speedo onesie and like a fluffy, a big arm, like a really loose blousey sweatshirt. And she's got a bun, but she has like twisty extensions. I'm not sure what her ethnicity is, or I don't know if it really matters. She's cute, I like her. Then you've got Barbie, who is unmistakable because she's a white woman with blonde hair and blue eyes. And she's got a really interesting sort of like skater vibe outfit. She's got a green snapback hat that she wears backwards. And then, as I was saying, there's this amazing, she reminds me of Keke Palmer, the black chick. She's got like these slit, like yellow shades, frameless, and this amazing clear jacket with like roses on it. I have to get her, and this high ponytail. The one that I got is the gentleman, who I'm just gonna say seems to represent as gay. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. I just don't want to. I mean, when I looked at these dolls, I was just so afraid to like put labels on them. It's a line that just makes you feel like, oh, like you just have to be careful with the pronouns for these guys. So this guy caught my eye because of his green flocked hair. First of all, I love flocking as a solution for short hair on dolls because it's so realistic. Like, it just looks so realistic. And yeah, that green or lime green, because I'm a big fan of lime green in 2019. Lime green flocked hair, I was just like, yes, I need him. So this is him. And he has this awesome puffy blue coat and these lime green trousers and these like outrageous clunky orange shoes. And like I said, they are fully articulated everywhere. At the wrists, so they can do things and pose in ways that a lot of Barbies, except for the Made to Move and some other specialty Barbies like the dancing ones, are not able to do. So I really love that about it. And oh, look at that face. He's so beautiful. He's definitely got some lip gloss popping and some, I believe, some eyeshadow. I adore him. And I know that a lot of parents and even non-parents would be concerned that this kind of doll is going to turn their child gay. And to those people, I would say, that's just not how it works. In the next line of Mattel toys that are for a younger age group, and which I have also purchased a doll from that line, I will discuss this further, though I really don't want to. Like, this to me is just a really huge departure from the fear around, you know, performing sexuality or sexual or gender representation with regards to dolls. Because the thing is this, right? Even with your heterosexual, cisgender representing dolls from Mattel that we've had for decades, play is play. Children are already cross-dressing their dolls, cutting their hair, dressing them the way that they see people dress in their world, playing with them the way that they see people perform in their world. We look at our adults. We don't look at dolls. People are pretty intelligent. You know, when I was a girl, I was doing things with my dolls that were not about what the Barbie narrative intended. He also comes with this white chain necklace, which I took off because I thought it was kind of clunky, but we get it. I'm glad that they went with white. I feel like it's a little bit more editorial. I do wish that they had given him pockets though, but he does he have pockets here? No pockets on this either. Might have been kind of chunky, but I think pockets here would have been nice. So yes, so he comes in this box and he has glasses, which I have not taken out yet. So I have exhibited and demonstrated a tremendous restraint here. You see the little glasses are right here in the corner. It comes like this. And there's a stand in here as well. There's a stand here in the corner, and this BMR 59 is, I believe, what they would stand on. So just around the time that I picked up on the BMR 1959, and I got my doll really quickly. I noticed in my IG feed, because the algorithms are evil and they are watching you, this doll called the Creatable World doll. And I was just like, what's this? A doll that crosses, it crosses gender so that you can dress it as a male or female or a girl or a boy. But they are targeted towards children of a younger age group, and they are more affordable. And I was just like, what's going on here? I don't believe that someone came up with something that makes so much sense. So Creatable World, all welcome, making doll play more inclusive. In our world, dolls are limitless as the kids who play with them. Introducing Creatable World, a doll line designed to keep labels out and invite everyone in, giving kids the freedom to create their own customizable characters again and again. So, again, I bought the brown skin doll, and not just because it's a brown skin doll. Yes, actually, because it's a brown skin doll, but the brown skin doll also happens to be beautiful, adorable, gorgeous. And this is it. I can't say her or him. It could be either one. It could be both. And I was absolutely fascinated by the intelligence of this idea. And this is also brought to you by Mattel. Oh, they don't say Mattel on there. It's maybe an offshoot, an arm of Mattel, but it comes from Mattel. And I haven't figured out who came up with this idea yet, but I will. And if you know, please let me know, because I think that this is genius. So as you can see, it is one doll. There are about like 5 of them, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, I don't know. But they're all the same theme, which is this one doll that can dress across gender lines. Like, it could be a boy, it could be a girl, it could be anything in between. If you really think about the way that children play, it does not matter. So if you're worried that your child is gonna be turned gay by this doll, I mean, you could technically just be like, just dress the doll like a boy. Or just dress the doll like a girl. But in any case, it's either or whatever. It just don't matter. It just doesn't matter. It's all drag. It's all drag. This is all performance, and I love it. It's just like, hey, it's a doll, and it has all of these like options. So look at, they just show you. Here's how you can dress the doll. Maybe this is a guy. Maybe this is a guy with a skirt on. Maybe this is a girl because she got a wig. But not necessarily, right? I happen to love her just with this hairdo because the wig is actually kind of trash. At least the one that I got. So this is her. Look at her. Oh, this hair is everything. Like, this haircut is everything. This is one of my favorite tops, but there are a total of, let me see how many looks are in here. I'm just gonna pull it out. So there are a total of, so she comes with this underwear set. You can't really see it now, but it's like a wife beater type thing and like white shorts. This is the wig, which is not very good. It's a hat, and then this like a Letterman jacket, military fatigue pants, shirt. So you can like switch back and you can switch these around to make a bunch of different outfits. Plus she has 3 pairs of shoes. These like red shoes, these flats here that look like Vans, and the one she's wearing are these cowboy boots. Very stylish silver cowboy boots. And she's also, these dolls are also articulated, not as much as the Mattel, but you know, at the joints, all the major joints, they're articulated, which is fun. And I also just really love this color, this shade of brown. I think is really nice. So I put this skirt on her this morning just to test out the fluidness of it. As a boy, it looks like a boy. As a girl, it looks like a girl. But either way, it doesn't matter. It really just doesn't matter. And I just think it's genius. I think it's absolute freaking genius. This is being whatever you want to be represented in a doll line. So let me just show, I think it's important for me to show this terrible wig that they attempted. So it's like a micro braid wig. And you know, I appreciate the attempt and everything, but like if this was like lace, I would just like need to cut it because it's bad. It's real bad. So it's like a helmet of hair. And the pictures, of course, you know, when they promote it and stuff, it looks great. But in life, it's just not good. It's just not good. It's not good at all. So, but fortunately, I really love this look for either male or female or whatever. They really did well with this. Really, really did a good job with that. So, that being said, I have to talk about what I feel is missing from both these lines. And what is often missing from Mattel lines and perhaps other doll lines, but I mean, Mattel is like the monster, you know, doll company. It is the one that has either forced itself into our lives as children by our parents, or just, you know, we fully like want it and like lust after it. I think it's really fantastic that Mattel has approached and found someone in Carlisle Nuere, and it's wonderful that Mattel has, you know, embraced that and accepted his interpretations and his designs, because they're amazing and they need to be a part of, you know, a child's play language, because it's already a part of their language. But seeing a doll line say, hey, we see this and we want to provide, you know, toys that represent this, so that, you know, children and people feel like they're accepted as non-gender conforming people and as people of color. But there's something missing from both of these lines. Fashion Royalty is a doll line, you know, I'm sure it's just as controversial as any other, absolutely an adult collector's doll line, because the dolls are so expensive. Darius Reed is one of the few Black male dolls that I have ever seen created who has within him, or that doll has within it, the aggressive, assertive elements of masculinity, which I feel society is threatened by in the bodies of Black males. Darius Reed is one of those dolls, who is just so incredibly expensive that I just could never even think about trying to get that doll, because he's so expensive, right? In the Fashionistas line, there is a Black Ken. I think he's supposed to be like a teenager or something. They're all very sweet and non-threatening and cute, and that's fine, but there is no bit of Darius Reed swagger in any of these lines of any male representing dolls. What I love about, and let me just throw on a pair of pants on the Creatable dolls, by the way. They don't have names either. They're all called by like, I don't know, like the factory line names or something. So this one that I have is DC 725. That's the number for this doll. And when I looked at this doll and I looked at him as a boy, right? I thought to myself, I really love this representation because there's a time when men or males are young babies or little boys, when they're not, their sensitivity and vulnerability and access to femininity is not like killed off, and they're just children. They're boy children, but they're just children. They are not, yet oppressed and pummeled by the need to express themselves in toxic masculine ways. But there are positive masculine traits that include aggression and force and just a harder energy. And when I say force, I don't mean invasion. I mean the ability to move things, the ability to shift things. This masculine energy is necessary. It is necessary. A balance is necessary. We're extremely out of balance right now. And so for me, seeing doll lines embrace the feminine in a male representing form is great. But I really believe that we've missed the boat on Black male masculinity in the doll world. And Fashion Royalty has been the only line that I have seen to capture that in the Darius Reed collection. Again, it was so expensive. Darius Reed dolls are so expensive. I'm just like, I can't. Like, it's just so much. The only Fashion Royalty male doll that I ever bought was Takeo. And let me see. I'm just gonna see what the Takeo doll was called. It's something corny, like he's a secret agent or something. And he's Asian, but he's like white Asian. Mission Moscow Takeo. That is the only male representing Fashion Royalty doll that I have owned. And he is quite a handsome chap. I actually low-key had a crush on this doll. Like, I'm sure that there's a lot of stereotype around Takeo and Asian men and them not being represented as masculine as well, see where I'm going here. So all of this is to say, like, I love the BMR 1959 Barbie line and this Creatable World line of dolls. I'm really just like amazed by them. And if they do create controversy, if parents and non-parents get mad, then I will know something really right is happening. But until there is a representation of Black male masculinity in the doll world, it's always gonna fall short for me. So that being said, yes, this has been a very, very different video, but I just felt the need to make it because these are like new dolls in my life and a new time in the world when these dolls can exist. And it's important to take note of that and the importance of it. It's also important to see where it falls short. It has a long way to go still for a lot of the same reasons that a lot of forms of media have a long way to go. Let's not leave out masculinity, the positive forms of it, because there are positive forms, and I'm starting to feel as if society and a lot of conversations are saying, let's get rid of masculinity altogether. That's not possible. You can't do that. Literally, you can't get rid of masculinity altogether. Just like you can't get rid of femininity altogether. And it has been attempted. We watch it all the time. So that being said, Love these dolls. Would love to hear any of your thoughts about the Creatable World dolls or the BM 1959 dolls, or if you know of any other lines that are kind of like this, that are designed to represent non-binary and non-gender conforming elements. And also if there are other dolls besides Darius Reed and Fashion Royalty that you feel represent Black masculinity in a positive way. That is it for me. This has been a rather long video that I now have to edit down. This is all I think about is, oh my God, this video is so long. So that's it for my review of the BMR 1959 Mattel Barbie dolls and the Creatable World dolls. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if I will ever do another video like this. I'm not sure. I might. I don't know. I thought it was fun. I liked it. I learned a lot. I hope you did too. I will see you in my next video. Bye.